Keeping people safe is the top priority for utility companies. Many times, though, it takes your eyes and your calls or emails to help do that. But one Tulsa resident called 2 News problem solver Pete Knutson when her calls didn't seem to get through.
This is the cable.
Every time she walks out of her North Tulsa home, Sandra Treat sees a possible disaster looming, towering over not only her house, but her neighbors, too.
I can't even think of the collateral damage.
This power pole started leaning several years ago, Sandra says. Every year, she's grown more and more concerned about what would happen if that towering pole would ever topple down. Sandra tells us she's called PSO several times.
I'm trying to save everybody a headache.
Headaches, Sandra fears, possibly caused by connected weatherheads and meter boxes on nearby homes being ripped off, along with siding if the pole were to ever fall. Or she worries it could be worse.
If it comes down, it will land in my neighbor's kitchen.
To PSO's credit, Sandra says after every one of her calls, the company sent someone out to take a look, to survey the situation. That, though, is as far as it's ever gone. Luckily, Sandra says the pole survived our latest wicked winter storm, but can it survive our spring storms, she asks. Storms sure to come.
At 80 miles an hour winds, hey, anything could happen, and I am not in the mood to hear an act of God. I've been talking to them for 3.5 years. What is it gonna take?
So Sandra finally called the problem solvers, and we got in touch with PSO. A representative got back to me right away. In an email, he says an engineer is going out to take a look at the pole. Now, the plan is to have it removed and replaced by the end of this week, weather permitting. Plus, PSO encourages folks to report any problems they may see.
Besides issues like leaning power poles, PSO says it's critical to report immediate safety hazards, including downed wires that may be sparking or near water, downed poles, and trees that have fallen on power lines.
And they're replacing poles all over town.
As for Sandra, she now looks forward to PSO replacing the poles she's reported.
It would make me feel 110% better.
Removing that potential threat that's loomed over her neighborhood for years. Pete Knutson, 2 Works for You problem solvers.
Now, we did put the phone numbers to call to report issues on our app and website for you, KGRH.com.